Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy. I wanted to do something that I don't do too often for you guys, which is an unboxing. I was lucky enough to get a good deal on Pendragon, the newest in the coin series by GMT, and I actually ordered it right before I found out my wife was expecting it, so it was the last one I get to order for a little while. But this just came in. It's brand new by GMT, so I figured I'd pop it open real quick, video it for you guys so you guys can find out with me what all's in it. Definitely love the coin series. I played it before with Liberty and Death, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And this one seems to be, from what I've heard, a little more complicated, a little more complex than some of the others. More in-depth of a solitaire system involved with it, which is definitely exciting for me since I play all of my games, especially ones like this, solitaire. My wife would never touch this one with me. And I just don't have a gaming group around me that is into this type of stuff. They do have, if you like the coin series, another game by GMT, the Bridge over something. I think it's on the Finnish Civil War. It's on P500 right now. Definitely want to get them at P500 prices if you can, because they go up fairly substantially after they come off the P500. That's going to be the next in the coin series. So if you are diehard for the coin series, make sure you check that out. But without any further ado, let's pop the shrink here. As you guys can see, I haven't even popped the shrink. I've waited for you guys. Actually, I haven't really waited. I went ahead and just set up the camera because I want to pop this open. I want to start going over the rulebook. I want to get it set down. I want to start playing it because the coin series is an excellent series of games that I didn't expect to be near as good as they are. Like when I originally heard about coin and what they were all about, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be into that. Alright, let's see. This looks like just a little pack of the Epoch Cards, which are these special cards that change things or have like scoring rounds, stuff like that. Yeah, see, Epoch. I'm not going to go through all the cards. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. We've got our rules of play, which is 37 pages, as you can see. And the one thing that I like and don't like about GMT rulebooks, I like how they get the little map right back there. It looks like a setup map even. That's kind of nice. I like that. The rulebooks are nice. They're colored. They're well made. Generally, they're well structured to take and read what you need to know. But a lot of them, especially like the GMT, the coin ones by GMT that I've read previously, they come across very dry, and it's like reading a college textbook. That can just wear on you. Like if I'm having trouble falling asleep at night, sometimes I'll just pull out the rule book and read it. Playbook, which this one I found to be more substantial for me in previous coin series because this has examples of play. Really, it just showed me more of what I needed to play the game. This reads, the standard rule book reads as like a recipe. Add this to get this, baked result. This is more of someone talking through how to get what you're going for. And it goes over the solitaire component as well. And the previous one says it like that in this. Non-player design notes. Non-player organization. Yeah, so it's definitely got to be that way in this. Let's see what kind of player aids they have in here. Ooh, there's a stack of player aids, but there should be the Epoch round. Let's see what I got here. So this is just going to be your player aid for the Epoch round itself. Tell me how that goes. On the back side, it goes over battles, how they're taken care of step by step. I do like it. Like I said, the rules themselves can be dry, but generally, especially with these coin series games, they tend to have it similar to DVG in a way of start here, work your way down. Maybe not as easy to follow as DVG, but these games are a little more complex. So we've got a couple of Epoch round player aids. Sorry for bumping the camera there. Non-player guidelines summary. Let's see. This is going to be the new way of handling the non-players, which I liked it. Some people didn't. Some like to just play it all themselves instead of using these, but I found they worked pretty well. Non-player battle tactics. So it's a player aid, how to use the non-player characters. And this looks like, yeah, a bunch of these. This is going to be the actions you can take as each faction. Civitats, the Saxons, the Scotti, and the Dukes. I'm thinking that's a D. Dukes. It looks like the Roman symbol, so Roman. And Scotti, Saxons, and British, I guess. So all the different actions you can take, we'll have to see those when we actually get into the actual game. It looks like similar to previous ones. Main actions, your special actions, ways to get troops, move troops, do some other type of action, and then attack. So you've got 4 of those, which is standard because it's up to a 4-player game. And this is something new. What is this? A big player aid. Okay, this could be good. This is a non-player event instruction. So what they do for the different events, and yep, 2-sided. So it's got all the events listed down with a little brief summary if you've got non-players in the game for each one of the event cards, what they're going to do. And I'm assuming if it's blank, then it doesn't reference them, like the event doesn't have anything to do with them, or it's very plain and easily written on the card itself. So yeah, I like this. That's neat. Okay, so we have our order chart, flow chart, like we've had in previous ones, where it'll tell you how to do certain things for the non-player characters. Yep, so we've got non-player Britain, Saxon, Scotti, and Roman flow charts where you just start, can they do this? If not, yes, no, and then it walks on down the line of what orders they're going to take. So similar to other coin games, if you played them, as far as the player aids, with the exception of this one. I like this edition. That way you can easily look it up. Hey, what number card is it? This is what's going to happen. Good inclusion on that one. I definitely like that. Shouldn't have too many counters here. Just the usual control markers and population. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, same on the other side. And then some informational ones to keep track. And a few down here at the bottom. I like with these games you generally don't need a whole lot of counters. I do like the little wooden pieces that you're using for the most part. We have our big map. Let me get through the rest of the pieces and we'll take and go over the map real quick. And a couple more decks of cards. I'm not going to crack these cards open yet. We know what these cards are going to do. It's going to be the similar to what we've seen before in player order, and then marks on the player order if they do something specific generally. And we have a couple of those and some new dice. Let's see, we've got some 8-sided, some 6-sided with different type numbers on them, Roman numerals. It looks like it only goes up to 4, and it looks like the 8-sided only go up to 4 as well. So we're gonna have to figure out how those work, probably in battle would be my guess. In a huge bag of wooden pieces, we've got light blue, red, green, black, all the different factions, the usual little pawn looking pieces, and I'm thinking these castle looking ones right there, you can kind of see that red one right there, that probably are going to be cities, towns, castles, fortresses, things of that nature in this game. Huge bag. I think it's something like 400 of these pieces in total for the game. And then last but not least, to round it all out, bag of GMT baggies. Let's throw this back in real quick and I'll lay out the map for you guys real quick so you can see it. It does look like a nice looking map though. Set those out of the way. I am definitely going to be reading over this rule book this evening and trying a few practice games to see how this goes. I'll tell you what, the holidays really have slowed me down as far as my gaming is concerned. Between Christmas and New Year's, and New Year's Day is my little girl's first birthday, so we just got done celebrating that. All that kind of slowed us down. So here we go. Let's fold this out here. And I like how these have mounted maps, especially considering you're using those heavy wooden pieces. If they weren't mounted boards, it would be a little more difficult to use them. I'll back it up so you guys can see it a little better. Hold that out. That's a nice looking map. I like that. Let's see, so you guys can see it there. Yeah, I like it. It's got all the spaces around the edge, so you can keep track of, you know, all the different playing pieces. Scotty, Saxon over there, British down there, red, you know, the Romans are here at the top. It's actually kind of similar how it was on Liberty or Death. And then you've got the Isle of Britain and all the good stuff that's going to happen with it. I'm not going to try to lay it all out for you guys now. I'll do that when we do the a playthrough of it. I am highly looking forward to playing through this one. Like I said, I love the coin series. Excellent components as usual in the game. I do like the inclusion of a few extra little player aids there for it. We're going to have to see how they work. I'm just going to have to get my head wrapped around the rules for the game itself. That'll take a little bit, because like I said, from what I've read on it, this one's a little more difficult. Probably not what you want as a starter coin game for the system itself. I mean, if you want to start with it, I'm not going to tell you can't. You know, this is the time period that you like, go for it. But it is going to be a little harder to swallow than some of their other games in the series. Anyway, I'll have something up for you guys soon on this. I just wanted you guys to see what all came with it. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next video.